Hello and welcome to our first video edition of Holiday Fun. My name is Casey Olson. I'm the operations director here at Grace City, Eugene. Grace City is the engine house behind this video and all others that you'd find on our channel or page here. Valentine's Day is just a couple days away, and we've got to thinking, what is Valentine's Day really about? When I think about Valentine's Day, I think about when I was in grade school and how we'd put together mailboxes on our desks for classmates to bring in Valentine's gifts of cards and candy to share with each other. You might recall being a high schooler. Maybe you were dating and Valentine's Day was this weird day because you wanted to celebrate it, but you were also young and broke and awkward. And maybe now it could be a day that you love and look forward to, or a day that you despise, whether you're in a relationship or not. But if you did some research, you'd find that there are a few different stories and figures behind this famous character, Saint Valentine. Now, I'm not here to confirm or deny that any of these figures existed or not, or that their story or stories happened exactly as we've heard them over the years. The Catholic Church recognizes 3 different Saint Valentines, and many historians argue that elements of each of their stories have been brought together to create a narrative that goes something like this. Saint Valentine was supposedly a Roman priest who performed secret weddings against the wishes of the authorities in the 3rd century. Imprisoned in the home of a noble, he healed his captor's blind daughter, causing the whole household to convert to Christianity and sealing his fate. Before being tortured and eventually decapitated on February 14th, he sent the girl a note signed, "Your Valentine." Now, I don't want to take away that story from you, but let's just say that some of the evidence of this all being events that actually took place are a little murky. But hey, if you want to believe this all happened, is it really that big of a deal? Come on, it's a good story. Take it if you want. But there's another element to the history of this holiday that's important. It might be something you've heard less about. Like many holidays, Christians throughout history have celebrated Valentine's Day as an attempt to reframe what was once a pagan holiday. For the people of ancient Rome, the festival of Lupercalia was an annual ritual believed to ward off evil spirits and increase fertility. Now, I don't care to get into the details of this pagan holiday. It includes some weird stuff. If you want to look into it, be my guest, but also heed my warning, it's weird. Well, at the end of the 5th century, Pope Gelasius officially condemned this pagan Roman festival and banned its observance. So Christians turned away from the paganistic practices of Lupercalia and turned their focus towards our good friend, Saint Valentine, the patron saint of engaged couples and anyone wanting to marry. Over time, elements like writing cards were included, and eventually Cupid, the Roman god of erotic love, was brought into the picture as this Christianized holiday caught the mainstream. So what does this mean for us? Should Christians celebrate something with honestly a more murky and dark background? Because as we see, even the Christian version of this holiday was eventually tainted with a Roman god like Cupid. Here's where we're at. Like every element of living in a fallen, sin-filled world, you and I need to learn to walk in the tension. Cards, candy, and flowers among friends and lovers are great gestures that encourage one another and affirm the love that exists in these relationships. We should absolutely cultivate our love through things like this and should be intentional with our actions to show love to one another. But it is also a day that we should remember that the way the world celebrates sex and sexuality does not often align well with our faith. We live in a culture that does not affirm the values, practices, and perspectives of the scriptures when it comes to both our romantic and platonic relationships. So yes, it is more than okay to celebrate with your friends, with your kids, or your spouse, but let's also remember that you and I are called to demonstrate a love that is different. The way that we love our friends, children, and spouses will distinguish us from the world and lead to more people seeing Jesus because of our lives. Happy Valentine's Day.